It's getting late, so let's check out this chef's plate, sushi plate. $46, includes 2 appetizers and a dessert. So let's check this out. It's supposed to be traditional sushi. Yeah, so sorry, we have to do this kind of like afterwards, but yeah, I'm getting a little paranoid about doing these reviews inside the restaurant because a lot of the restaurants actually have a little sign that says no pictures, please, no videos, and some of them they just like it seems quite weird for them because Tokyo is very much of an individualistic kind of place, so they're not expecting people to do like videos or whatnots around there. So I still did take some videos of the food over here. The first thing that they served were the appetizers, and the first appetizer was the deep fried fish. They almost taste like little chips or whatever. They didn't have very much of a fish flavor to them. And then we had a selection of what you would like for your second appetizers. There were a whole bunch of different things, but then I chose the tuna sashimi, I believe it was. There was a few other ones. I forgot what the other options were, but I chose this one because I don't know. I just thought it looked pretty nice. They all looked really nice though. They all came in the same type of bowl, and but it was very different from one another. I think it could have been like oysters or something like that. I think it was all seafood, but I don't totally recollect. No, it was really good over there. This tuna had like a little wasabi in the bottom. The wasabi is not as harsh as the wasabi that we're used to, and then they had green onions all over the place with some sauce, and so I kind of like dabbled with everything so that I'd get all the ingredients with together. Next, I believe this is the eel. This has a very fishy flavor to it. I'm not really big on fishy flavors, but this one was different. I can even taste the bones with it, but this one was one of the few things that was served warm. So he put in some sort of sauce on it. I don't know if it's oyster sauce or whatnot, but it gave it a little sweetness. He says you don't require any soya sauce with this one, so you just eat it as is like that. And they have little vegetables on the side as well. I believe it was like cucumbers or something like that. Yeah, I think it was like the belly of the eel or something. They also have the little appetizer, the pickled stuff. The stuff that we're kind of used to. The red stuff at the bottom I was not familiar with, but it tastes similar to the pink stuff that we usually have. I think it's radish or turnip radish. I forgot what it is, but it's like pickled vegetables. And we have some more tuna. Tuna was really good. I really like this tuna. And we have tuna later on, but it's kind of in a different part of the fish. Along with the tuna, we have the egg. So this is like an egg mixture. What kind of threw me off was that it was cold and sweet. I didn't expect it to be that sweet, so it was actually pretty different. That I wasn't expecting the flavors to come out like that. It was nicely prepared. Then we have, I believe it was the squid with a seaweed underneath it, and the rice. I've never had this as a sushi thing as well, so maybe this is one of those traditional things that they were doing that they're known for. By the way, the place has been around for he told me it was 47 years. I don't know, he was joking around for a bit, but it's been there for quite a long time. The seaweed kind of gives it a little extra texture to it and a different flavor to it. More fishy than I was hoping for, but it's to be expected. It's all seafood. This is red snapper or something like that. It was another fish. This one was actually pretty good. It was a little fattier flavored fish. It was a little more full in flavor Texture's a little different because it's a fattier fish, and it's got some nuts on top as well. So it was the nuts were kind of unexpected. It was like a nice little crunch to it, and a sweet crunch to that. This is again tuna, but a different part of the tuna. I don't mind the tuna. The tuna was actually really good. I forgot which fish this one was, but it had this texture to it. It was a fishier flavor, and there was some texture to it that it tasted like some sort of sinew or whatever it was, and it kind of threw me off. I was like, oh my god, what is this? But again, I come to these things just because it's brand new to me. This is something that I was wondering, what's the big difference between Japanese sushi and North American sushi? And this is a fish that I don't think you've ever tried out if you've only had North American fish, because this one, it tastes like tendons and a fishy flavor. I personally didn't like it as much, but it's something traditional, I guess. So that's something different. I have the oyster and the squid. The oyster, it was cold, so it kind of tasted similar to the ones that it was like from those canned ones that they put on top of. Obviously it isn't, because it's much bigger than the ones from the can. And the squid was it was sweet. I wasn't expecting the squid to be like that, the size of the squid. I thought it was going to be like the other squid from before, where it was like a flat out one, but this one was with tentacles. Again, both of them kind of fishy in flavor, so I wasn't too keen on it, but it is something brand new for me. Something totally different. Two of them. One was the crab shreddings. So he called it hair crab. It was crab meat on top of rice, so it was kind of a sushi in that way, and you eat the crab from the bowl like that. And the other one was I guess like some sort of egg on top of I forgot what the other meat was, but and then there's rice underneath it, and you eat it like whole like that. That was quite fishy as well. I kind of didn't like that one, and did like the crab shreds though, and I believe that's sort of like mayo, the topping that you see over there. They delivered some miso soup. The thing about this miso soup is it's not anything like the miso soup that we've had before in Ottawa anyways. So they had little mini tiny oyster shells at the bottom, so you were supposed to pick out the oyster shells and eat the oyster with a little soup to it, and you continue on and then drink the soup. Very different. The miso soup tasted very familiar, but the oysters was very new for me, although it was a nice little change of pace. Shrimp that was raw and shrimp that was cooked, both of them were cold. I don't know how I prefer this, but I kind of prefer the raw shrimp over the cooked shrimp. It was very cool to have that. I had never had like raw shrimp like that before in sushi, but there's a first for everything. To cap it off, we had tuna sushi rolls and a red snapper sushi as well. The red snapper was really good, like the fattiness to it. I really like that one. The rolls were good, but I kind of prefer the sushi that he provided to me before over the 6 rolls over here. And then for dessert, he had a whole bunch of different options for desserts. Some of them were ice cream and whatnot, and the one that I chose was the traditional biscuit kind of thing, and these were kind of deep fried nut balls or something like that. It was very crunchy and it was very familiar tasting as well. I could have swore I've had something similar to it, but I have no idea what it was. Overall, it was pretty good. It was an experience. Everybody there is actually really nice. The cook there was extremely nice and accommodating. He's one of the very few that speak English around the place, and that's one of the highlights of the fact that they speak English and can converse with you. He made you feel very at home and welcome. He teaches you how to do certain things and talks to you about what's going on in Japan and stuff like that. Even the customers are very friendly as well. They talk to you. They even took a picture of me and they sent it to me. It was kind of funny. I saw this guy just taking pictures of me, and then he says, "What's your email? I'll give it to you." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So yeah, it was pretty interesting. Those that are into sushi, you might want to check this one out. One of the main big differences that I saw between North American sushi and Japanese sushi is the fact that the size difference is much different. Each serving that he provided me there was probably either half or a quarter the size of what we're used to. From the very beginning, I was like, is this it? Is this all he's going to give me? But it came in and over and over and over. The price is high, but then they give you a lot out of it. There was like little 18 different dishes. Those very small sushis and whatnot, they added up, and you go home pretty full. And it's not like you're full where you can't walk full. It's you're full and you're satisfied, kind of full. It's interesting because he doesn't serve it all to you in one dish. He serves it to you one by one, so he can explain everything and explain the history behind everything and whatnot. If you're curious about sushi, go for it. Check it out if you have means to go there and check it out. That's it for sushi so far. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.